Yo, what's up YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. So a couple of months ago, I started working on two specific projects, a 2017 Golf GTI Autobahn and a 2024 Autobahn. Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys the final outcome of the cars. And trust me, they both look fantastic. Now, let's take a look. Before we dive into talking about the specs and the tech of both cars, I have to take a moment to talk about this white 2017 GTI Mk7 because this car is deeply personal to me. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know this isn't just another build passing through the garage. This white GTI was the very first car I purchased to launch the entire channel. So without this car, none of the content or this garage setup that I have today would exist. So I remember putting in the hours, turning the wrenches, the sweat, and officially bringing it back to life has been one of the most rewarding part of the entire project. Seeing it fully restored, shining in white, and sitting here ready for the road again, man guys, this gives me the level of joy that's hard to put into words. And having the car that started my journey standing right next to the next generation counterpart feels like a complete full cycle moment. I'm taking it all in, guys. All right, guys, so yeah, looking at the cars, there's still a few minor touches to iron out here and there. On the white car, we still have the front emblem missing, and the GTI label missing as well. So both I will install, already ordered that. On the blue GTI, the 2024, yeah, it's pretty much as good as ready to hit the road. And I will talk about other things that we still need to do on the inside of the car. But looking at these cars, my goodness, they look fantastic. You know, these cars are from different generations, right? So this is the Mk7 and that's the Mk8. So I'll use this opportunity to talk about side by side, compare interior, the evolution, the driving technology of both cars, and what makes this beautiful hatchback special on its own, especially the design factor. I mean, Golf nailed this and they never stop. They make little tweak here and there over the years, but when you see a Golf, you can easily recognize that's a Golf GTI. The design for me is timeless. I'm kind of torn between this both design. Both of them have some special things I like about them. And the old GTI, yeah, some people might think it's, you know, it's aging. It's looks a little bit old, but still, I like the design. I think we'll start with the engine. Let me go ahead and pump the hood and we can take a look at this engine. I'll tell you guys. So this 2017 comes with a Gen 3, I believe this is Gen 3 inline 4 engine that pushes about 220 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque that revved around 15 RPM. So this engine actually, it's really reliable. And also the transmission, of course, I think that's a Gen 3, Gen 4 transmission. I mean, don't quote me right on that, but this engine is really pretty good. So, and this car comes, I believe, 70,000 miles on the odometer, which is great. Given the age of this car, the mileage is still very good. And over here on the 2024 GTI, so this one came with the Evo 4 turbo inline 4 engine as well. This one gets about 241 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, that's a lot of torque. And revs up to 1700 RPM as well. So this engine, actually, the car makes more horsepower. And I know there are some guys out there that you know, you can tune it up to push it close to 300, 250. I mean, I don't want to do that. I want to keep everything as stock as much as possible. So yes, there's a lot of similarity with this engine, but of course, being a newer car, it has more horsepower compared to the older one. Okay, one of the things I want to talk about when it comes to GTI cars, how you know which model is which, is the LED lines on the front. So for other model cars, I believe some come with the blue lines or thereabout, but for the GTI Autobahns, they always have the red line. And it's the same here as well. This one lights up at nighttime, which is pretty beautiful, beautiful view in the nighttime. And for this one, it doesn't light up in the front, but again, the headlights, it kind of differentiates this car, the Autobahns, from the other GTI models as well. So I like that. That's a distinctive look to differentiate which all the models, basically. All right, so beside the signature line, they also come with this honeycomb grille. I like that a lot. And this one also have the fog light. That also has a fog light. Very distinctive for GTI Autobahn. Some models don't have the fog light, but again, something you guys should know if you're interested in buying this car. Now, as we move over to the 2024 Mk8, you immediately notice the shift towards more modern and aggressive look. Now, let me close this hood 1 second. So what first you would notice that the headlight is sleeker. So they introduced the full LED light bar in front, like I was talking about earlier. But for standout feature for this Mk8 front bumper is the integrated 5 LED X pattern. I don't know if you guys noticed the X pattern on the fog light. Yeah, this set is aside with other models out there, with the honeycomb mesh as well. So pretty classic. All right, so continue along the profile. Both cars showcasing classic GTI proportions, but the Mk8 sharpens every crease. As you guys can see here, the badge as well. It refines aerodynamic package side. Yes, you can see over there, the roof, the mirror, everything is a little bit sharper compared to the Mk7. But again, you could actually see the design form factor here, what Golf is trying to do. They have the same side badging, the aerodynamic, the mirror cap. They are very identical, but of course, different as well. All right, let's step inside the car and you will see the difference between both cars is very apparent. Let's step inside. Okay. All right, let's start the car first, push to start. So looking around here, the Mk7 interior represents peak analog digital ergonomics. I like the physical knobs. and physical buttons, of course. So if you're my regular subscriber, you will probably know how much I talk about physical button compared to the newer touchscreen system the manufacturers are designing these days. I'm not a big fan of that. Now these represent the old touch button design that I'm a big fan of, right? Everything here, it's properly laid out. Of course, some people might look at this and think it's outdated, and it also come with a touch screen. Look at that. And navigation system, trying to find the nearest gas station because the gas is low in the car. So let me go to nav. That's kind of old, but yeah, that's the knob to move from one option to the other. Pretty standard. And one other thing that the Autobahn gives you is the super rich leather seating with dual zone climate control. I like that a lot about this car. So the fantastic Fender premium audio system, and also this car have ambient lighting. Yes, ambient lighting. It does have that. Of course, this is the daytime, but you could see the ambient lighting. And the nighttime is very beautiful. Over there as well, and on the rear seat as well, I believe so. And look at the leather seating. Yeah, that's a premium leather. Very cool. So regarding this Mk7, there are a few things here and there left for us to do in order to sign this off as fully completed build. So one of them is this roof airbag. So actually got delivered yesterday, so I'll be doing the installation today. Once I'm done with that, oh, and also the front radiator system. Yeah, I don't know, someone stole that, unfortunately, so I ordered that as well. So once I install both, that's the two lights still showing on the dash. Let me show you guys. So that's the two lights showing as I was talking about. That's the airbag system, and as you can see over there, that's the radar system. So once I install both, this car is just good to go. I'm pretty excited how far this car has come along. I don't know if you guys remember, this is actually my first review car in this channel. This car means a lot to me. It's how we started this whole YouTube video. So when I received this car, it came like pretty much full and front end damage. And looking at the car right now, how far we've come repairing this car, and every single thing we use to repair this car is all OEM parts. I'm excited about getting this completed. Now, anyways, let's move on to Mk8. I have so much to talk about on that car. All right, guys, moving over to the Mk8, Volkswagen executed a total digital evolution. I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, let's get seated here. Let's push to start. Well, the first thing you notice as soon as you enter this car is this center console system. It transitioned to a streamlined digital cockpit. So this is a 10.5, so 10.2, I beg your pardon, inch digital screen. And everything, pretty much everything you control in this car is from the screen, except for these few buttons, and I'll talk about that in a second. And let's take a look at the car. There's so many things I love about this, but there's a lot I don't like as well. Let's start with what I don't like. I'm not a big fan of lack of physical buttons in this car. I mean, there are a few here and there, but this, what is this? I don't like this active touch stuff that manufacturers are doing on the steering wheel these days. I still prefer the physical buttons. At least you could get a touch when you're touching something. I can't tell you how many times I've mistakenly pressed this steering heater button arm just driving. Now that's something I believe they're fixing the 2026 model year. I believe they came back with a physical button. I'm not quite sure about that. But overall, besides that, everything here is a premium build. I like this carbon fiber looking material. Yeah, that's nice leather. Everything else here looks beautiful. And this screen as well, it's also actually very responsive, you know, to my surprise. There's a lag, it's just a slight lag, you barely notice that, but besides that, everything else is responsive. It comes with Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure if it has Android Auto, but it comes with Apple CarPlay. And the mode of the car, that's it comes with Eco, Comfort, Sports, and Custom. Very nice. Everything here is nice. And also these seats, look at that. This is beautiful, and this is exclusive for GTI Autobahn cars as well. So it has to see that stitching, the GTI emblem, and this car also comes with heated and cooling seat. Pretty nice. Also the rear seat as well, very nice, beautiful design, nice leather material. So yeah, I actually am a big fan of this car. So a quick update on what's left to be completed in this car. So a couple of things. As you can see, there are multiple lights here and there. Some of them are related to others, some are not. First thing first is the ABS system. So I think that's either with the ABS sensor, I'll have to double check that, or wheel hub. I'm not sure which one is triggering that light. One other thing is the calibration of the radar system. So the light is throwing off there. So because when this the windshield was installed, it wasn't calibrated, so it's triggering those lights. So take it out to be done tomorrow, and also check the ABS system. After that, there are a few other things here and there on the plates needs to be installed, and yeah, besides that, everything else will be good to go. And just to think about when I bought this car a couple of months ago, that it was going to be super difficult, and it was, because remember what we had to do in this car? We had to install a new transmission, the hood, a bumper, or the bumper components, and the front end core systems, the radiator, condenser, intercooler, all that good stuff. Yeah, this car took a lot to bring back to life, and everything I use as well, again, is OEM parts. I remember saying in the video I did about this car that my goal is to restore these as stock as possible, and I'm happy to say we've accomplished that. Just a little tiny thing here and there left to do, and this car is ready to hit the road. And also one of the things as well is this touch active slider. Actually, let me show you guys what I just did. So in order to open or close the roof, you just swipe it. Now the roof is closing. Now talk about the active touch technology. I mean, they're going crazy with this stuff. Yeah, and every other thing here is an active touch as well. And I can understand the cost saving measure that manufacturers are doing just to, you know, save costs here and there, but it's killing the design, what we love about cars. Personally speaking, I know a lot of car enthusiasts out there probably feel the same way like I do, but again, some people would think it's nitpicking, but I mean, it is what it is. That's what I love. That's what I think I still love about Porsches. Porsche still maintains their buttons, but again, I take that back. With the new Porsche cars, yeah, they're going crazy as well. All right, one other thing I want to talk about is the paint job. It looks really good. My buddy did a fantastic job. You could barely tell that this car was involved in an accident or whatsoever. Like, everything looks pretty sharp. And the gaps, it looks really good. Yeah, he matched the color 101%. All right, guys, so one of the upgrades that I've already done in this car that I forget to mention is the rims. As you guys can notice, this is a Golf R rim. That's the R there. So I actually removed the center cap, because the Golf R center cap is kind of cool. It spins when the wheels stay, just to keep the R logo stationary. I took that out because I mean this is not a go for our car, but the rim looks really good on this car. All right guys, so I'm gonna take the car for a spin to see how it drives. You know what, let's take the white car first, the Mk7. After that we'll take the blue one. Let's do it. All right guys, so we're taking the Mk7 for a spin. So the seconds you take this car around the corners, you'll realize why people love this car so much. It's very precise and soft, but at the same time the steering is tuned to the road. So it's very sharp the way it takes corners. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Yeah, it's not anywhere close to the fastest thing out there, but okay, I think that's the chime you heard right now. Is the tire, the pressure. I think we're low, so we're gonna slow down a little bit. Oh guys, man. Oh boy, this car is fast. And the suspension is good too. I'm definitely impressed with the driving dynamics of this car. And to think that this is only 220 horsepower we're driving right now, oh boy, yeah, it makes me think what the 2024 the Mk8 is gonna feel like. So the other cars I'm thinking when I think of this class is the Elantra. I think the Elantras of this world. I mean, for this car, what I think this car represents is if you're looking for a daily driver car that has the practicality, because the trunk have a lot of space for a weekend trip or grocery shopping, it has that practicality, it has the sportiness. I believe you can track this. Yes, you can. It's an Autobahn. Whoa. It's an Autobahn car. It's pretty fast, and I think the way this car takes corners, yes, you can definitely track this car. Okay guys, yeah, I'm having way too much fun. Well, yeah, this car represents every single thing that I wasn't expecting it to be. All right, switching over to the Mk8. So you immediately feel the extra sharpening on the chassis. So yeah, this car takes the bend in a whole different level. It's very sharp, precise, and faster as well. Oh my goodness. I'm only on the normal mode and it's driving this fast. Let me change it to sports. There you go. Volkswagen tuned this car. Over the years, they've perfected this car so much that you could actually feel why the GTI is on the class of its own. So one other noticeable difference between this car and the Mk7 is the tech. Oh yeah, this car has so many techs. It has a heads-up display. I can actually see my miles per hour, my speedometer, and the electronic differential as well. Instead of pulling you, it's making sure that you have enough coverage if you want to make a sharp turn. So this car, yeah, has the more tech compared to the Mk7. All right guys, so this is where I'm going to wrap things up. There are a few minor tweaks, cosmetic tweaks here and there to be done in both cars, but as far as major work goes, both cars are good to hit the road. Drop a comment, let me know which of these would you consider as a daily driver, the 2017 or the 2024 Autobahn. Trust me, you can never go wrong with either of the cars. If you enjoy watching both cars come back to life, hit the like button and subscribe. Follow along with what's coming up next in the garage. As always, thank you for your support throughout this project. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.